Hello guys, hello, welcome. Today we're going to be carrying on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Alright. I do like this underground trade thing. Makes me wonder if we're actually going to be able to do anything on a train. NPC. Okay, so they won't even interact with me, I guess. It's not responding yet. I need to probably advance the story a bit more. Hey Tanya, how you doing today? So yeah, I did my gaming news. I did everything I need to do today, so I'm all good. I'm raring to go. Obviously, because I live a life without tea or coffee, I have to actually rely on my own energy. I'm approaching 40. It's becoming harder and harder. I've never relied on tea or coffee, so... Hey Amber, how you doing today? Good. Glad to hear. So I hit level 83 yesterday. As you guys know, I'm taking my sweet time through this. So... Okay. And as slowly as I can. Because once the story is done, it's done forever. And there will be years before we get the next expansion, so I'm savoring every second. And I'm still enjoying making the gaming news. What I'm actually happy about, if I look at I'm looking at the analytics of the gaming news channel, it's actually, it is starting to gain momentum. It's starting to grow. And ironically, my finished the main story last night. Oh, nice. Hope you enjoyed it. My Let's Play channel, the one where I back up my VODs, is actually doing really well as well. Like, it doesn't get that many views at all, but the thing is that when people view videos on that channel, they watch it for hours. So the average watch time on that channel is like 25 minutes, which for YouTube is incredibly high. Talk to all the NPCs? Okay. Let me do that. Let's talk to Octavia. So, along for the day you breathe your last. Wow, you're a really nice person. Let's be friends. Okay. Ceruleum and other necessary materials are in short supply. I'm not sure how long we could last on the stores we have. Cool. So he's focused on his work, which is a good thing. Then, I guess let's talk to Elise. So I have to remind myself not to touch it, even if it starts to itch. I'd rather not set it off by accident. What's she talking about? This could be misinterpreted in so many different ways. It depends how dirty of a mind you have. Anyway, enough of that. Let's learn what we can from the refugees. The collar shock thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alpha node. So, it will take more than a trifle such as this to deter us. Compared to what Garlemald's people have suffered in recent days, these collars are a minor inconvenience. Cool. Okay, let's talk to this person. Well, everything above ground is in complete ruins. This station so far escaped more or less unscathed. It's far from the ideal place to live, but I prefer to take my chances down here than up there. Okay. I know who you are, Mithrie Menafil, champion of Yordia, yes? Our orders are to give you the run of our encampment, but I have my eye on you, so what business do you have with me? Tell me about yourself. What kind of place is this? I am Decimus, Centurion of the First Legion. It is my small duty to defend Garlemald from the barbarians such as you, and your presence here is an affront to my honor. And what kind of place is this? This is Tetritium. Tetrium? I can't pronounce it. Tertium. But amongst the stations encircle the sea. The decommissioned carriages here now serve as the First Legion's temporary base of operations. It has also become a safe haven for those fleeing the turmoil that has befallen the capital. What scant supplies we have are distributed among civilian and soldier alike, and we strive to maintain some semblance of order in these dark times. It is our true objective, however, is not merely to survive, but to reclaim our home. We have no time to deal with your band of savages, and if you dare to interfere in our affairs, we will not hesitate to cut you down. Oh. So I'm starting to get some slightly negative vibes from these people. I wonder why. Didn't do anything to them. Get out my ear, will you? I'm exhausted, and the last thing I need is you and your drivel. I mean, that's how people talk to me in real life. I say fuck them all. So... yeah, they said, don't leave or Alpha Node, at least they die. Okay, la 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 la. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's see who else we can talk to. Okay, Popia. So I've never been this cold or hungry in all my life. While Garlemald was built on a frozen waste, the sea itself was always a warm, inviting place. Now we all once had is in ruins. Sorry. Now all we once had is in ruins. Why did that take me so many times to read? I like your hat. Alright. I can't feel my fingers. Yeah, I've been that cold before. Where literally, like, you're worried that your fingers will just snap off. Okay, let's talk to this guy. So, how much longer are we going to be stuck down here? This is no way to live. Nope. Okay. Did we talk to everyone? Let's check the main train. I have made my possession quite clear. Do not test my patience. Okay, I'm over it. Okay. Can we go down here? Yes, we can. Like, I mean, to be fair, if this was a single-player game, there would be trophies or treasure chests or something hidden down these sort of hidden corridors. Like, if this was like Final Fantasy XIV Remake, there would be a chest literally right here. Speaking of which, I asked around if people are gonna buy the PC version of 7 Remake, and mostly people said no. As in, they're gonna buy it on PC. Most people aren't, from what I can tell. But it wouldn't surprise me if people are like me, where they've played the game absolutely to death on what's it called? On PlayStation. So cold, yeah. I mean, if they weren't such dicks, so we'd tell them about the Cerulean cave that's not too far from here. We've not had the resources or inclination to assist the likes of you be gone. Let's see. Material sword here is a property of the First Legion. If you think you'd share it with... we share it with the likes of you, you're very much mistaken. Yep, okay. You stay away from me, you hear? Okay. It's like I said, I'm used to it. I actually tweeted out, I think, a few weeks ago that I am used to rejection. So that's why I basically just say to absolutely everyone, fuck yourself. I don't need you. I'm happy with myself. So... okay, well, everything above ground is incomplete. Yeah, I read that already. Okay, so I think I've spoken to literally absolutely everyone. So, yeah. Alright, chat. I'm gonna start doing the story. So, let's get ready for it, as always. So this is part 15. Quest is called Serne Non Grate. Alright. Then let me get the folders ready. The 6.0 folder. And then get the recording folder up. Let's play. Hey Joshua, good morning. How are you today? Have a good week. Oh, my glasses are really dirty. Let me go clean them. Good. Ugh. I've got these lens wipes that I use on my glasses. It's cold at the moment. It's 42. Oh, Jesus. Shall I see what the weather is like in the UK? Hang on, my friend is messaging me. I mean, real life is ugly at best. It's like, I know that I play video games for a living, but my friend's friend committed suicide. Overdosed on pills. That's real life. That's a fucking life that we live. So basically, gaming for me is purely escapism. We play games for a good reason, to distract from the horrors of the real world that we live in. Ugh. Hang on, let me just message my friend. Alright. God damn it. Yeah. But, you know, that's the unfortunate side of real life, isn't it? It's like, that's why we get, or people got such, let's say, sickly pleasure out of things like Squid Game. Like seeing 450 people get murdered. Because we're so used to it as human beings. Like, you know, that's why so many games are centered around murder and people dying. And then even if you do everything right, you're the nicest person, everything is great, wonderful, you're brought up well, you support everyone around you, so you support to charity, you do everything perfect in every single way. You still die of old age. So, yeah, we live in a very horrible world. Like, our time here is limited. So I would say that we need to use the time as well as we can. That's why, for example, if anyone even annoys me even 0.5%, I block them permanently. Because it's a case of, I've got better things to do. I don't need to curry favor with anyone. There's billions of people in the world. I am not going to spend even 1 second trying to curry favor with anyone. I'm one that doesn't get sad at death, I get mad. Yeah, I get it. It depends on, because last night, me and Mum watched a movie called The Unforgivable. It's with Sandra Bullock. And I won't spoil it, but the movie was centered around one death, just one. And like they made it such a, big thing and such a whatever. And I was sort of like, yeah, it's really, really sad. It's a really good movie. It's very well written. But, we see hundreds of people get murdered every day. So, and then in the UK, basically at the moment, they're bringing back all the mask rules because of the pandemic. As they said, the new variant is so infectious. They said probably within the next few weeks, everyone will come into contact with at least someone who has it. I was like, oh yeah, wonderful, wonderful. What else? Is my head just going to spontaneously explode? You know what I mean? Am I going to chew gum and choke to death? So, I don't mean to go on a rant, guys, but it's a case of that's just the world we live in. So, I provide gaming news and gaming content. Be fucking happy, you know what I mean? What's the fucking alternative? So, think about that. Anyway, so let's get on with the story. We can't live in fear. No. We do have to just stand up and just get on with it, sort of thing. So, I mean, it's down to you if you decide to get scared or not. But it's a case of life doesn't exactly make it easy for you not to be scared, if you know what I mean. All right. Anyway, let's record. Let's just get the ball rolling. I've not got any targets for today. I'm going to do like yesterday. I'm just going to simply keep going until I get tired. So tonight I will probably go to my parents' house because I haven't seen them in like a week. So yeah. All right, chat. Recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the Final Fantasy XIV main story in Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in the Gala mode at 3117, and we need to talk to Julius. The quest is called Persone non gratae. So Julius has his orders, unpleasant though they may be. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or anything or any other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did, and if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. So, do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries, understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. Okay. So, you, on the other hand, may go wherever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphinaud and Elise will pay the price. Fair enough. Okay, so now we need to talk to everyone. So, you came with jewelers, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you'd best keep your hands off the aephorite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans for Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided that there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the aephorite's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. Cool. Okay, let's talk to Marcellinus. I know who you are, the so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Ugh. Damn. Tore the sutures. Of all the times, the worst of the law, within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgila's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life, and we made our escape. But we made our escape. Took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night fell and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. If you can call this a mercy, mind intact and body broken, a soldier in name alone. I cut you down where you stand if I could, murderer. Yeah, I know, I'm such a nice guy. So let's talk to what's the name? Sabinaenius. Sabinaenius? So cold. The young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's talk to Octavia. He seems like a really wonderful person. I have high hopes. It's you, Mithrie Menethil. I served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion. I was there on the night of the Praetorian fell. You and your adventurers, you killed them, my comrades, my friends. Swept them aside in their dozens as though they were nothing to you. And maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return. Until you get what you deserve, mark my words. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we have murdered thousands and thousands of Garleans at this point, like 8 years in. Shame on me. Slap own wrist. Okay, where is the last one? Nope. Oh, I mean, Alpha Node is just chilling there. Oh, what's this? Magitech Radio. So this radio is the same model as the one used at Victor's Spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers from being tempered. Yeah, who knows? Okay, so let's talk to Alpha Node. Did you learn anything of note? Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and your proper nutrition, I fear that they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Alright. So, let's see if we can help the people that are cold and sick. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see all that well. Ah, thank you. The numbness has subsided a little. But I know, I won't last much longer. You should look at the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. Lest I can still serve in that way. Okay, well, rip. Let's again talk to Alpha Node. So we need to bring them supplies and urgently. So those you may fare no better. I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies? Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize that they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, though we'd need to persuade Julius first. Okay, so let's go talk to Julius. So, well, seen enough? Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families keep, or kept rather, some stored away in the event that they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is a great concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We hadn't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted, for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have them sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. One of your comrades mentioned something about something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume? Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted. In the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telephroi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintus Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legions saying as much, and instructing them to join forces with the provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telephroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running from the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we will bring you ceruleum. I will speak with Lord Quintus. So, did he agree to it? No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. Cool. That's complete. Alright. The next quest is called Park Materials. So Julius finds himself in the somewhat bizarre position of leading ambassadors of an enemy contingent on a salvage mission. We will begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Soleus, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Fair enough. So, yeah, we need to go all the way up there. So, let's go. Okay, stop recording for now. Hey Tyler, how you doing today? What's up? So, when my camera is not being shown, probably I'm recording. Is park materials. Alrighty. Nearly there? Nearly there. Oh wow. So there's a lot of enemies around here. Okay. Let's talk to Alice. Let's start recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up to Alice. So this is a park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Zos Galvus, or Galvus. Did we come to extract Ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech Dharma? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our Ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time, in case something has been overlooked. I see, then with your permission, we will commence the search. Fair enough, fair enough. So we're searching for Ceruleum. Drop counter. Okay, let's see if there's anything in here. So, though rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant store. Perhaps it was built for children to play at shopkeeper. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other devices that would be fueled by Ceruleum. Okay. I just mount up to try and save time. There's an Aether current over there. That's cool. Map of Forum Soleus. So several points of interest are marked on the map of Forum Soleus. The pond, children play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of Ceruleum. Okay. Keep going. The war map and the wreckage. So, a cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitech armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of Ceruleum, as Julius said. Okay. Oops, sorry, wrong button. I think it was this way. Yeah, I saw it in the corner of my eye. Children's slide. I feel like she's looking in all the wrong places. The contraption is built on the style of Imperial Walk Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. On closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Oh. Alright. So let's talk to Julius. Oh, it's you. Any luck? It's like, no, but we've got like 400 chests of ceruleum in the FC. We could give you one. My FC members are really good at collecting them. There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing that, you gazing at that pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, I mean, It's just I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all the other children, they have to wade in and splash about. I would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done, every time. And every time, when we get home, Mother would scold us, saying that we catch our death walking around like that. So if it's a heated pool, then maybe there's ceruleum heating it. The pond was heated. With a ceruleum-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. But that was a long time ago, when the water still flows clear, and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold, though. So if we go in and swim, we probably have to do it in a very short time. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Guardian would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few signiferi and medici, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it that you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphanode, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake, like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So, fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. Last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. As one to find a ceruleum tank is a rotten egg. Though I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when it's over. Alright. So, points of interest. I'm going to assume it's the one that's furthest away. Beneath the water, your fingers catch on what you think might be a handle. Yeah, that seemed obvious, right? Is this a hatch? So you open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. Uh-oh. What's going on now? However, your grand discovery comes at great personal cost, as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body. Julius would doubtless feel compelled to pitch in his nose sharp, and when you deliver to him your prize. Okay, so I need to cast Isuna on myself. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Okay, here is the Ceruleum tank. It says, uncovering hidden treasure and adventurers' bread and butter. Though one is not normally required to go elbow deep in ice-cold, stagnant pond water to retrieve it. Nevertheless, many would choose that over mowing down hordes of slavering beasts or solving annoying puzzles. That's it. And there's still some Ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on. I'll give Alphinaud a hand. Awfully helpful all of a sudden. Call me an Uldan because by fire I am reborn. And my clothes are mostly dry now. I appreciate you recovering the Ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss a plan with me beforehand. Despite the way that you've been treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing that they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead. And those memories? But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. Oh, that's complete. Alright, let's see what the next quest is. The next quest is called No Good Deed. Now that the fire has burnt out, Julius is ready to move on. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search just outside the park. Okay, so maybe now we're going to actually look for food, I guess. Alright, so it's close by, so let's quickly get there. Again, hopefully we won't have to battle too many monsters on the way. Oh, we seem to be fine. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that look more severely sorry, took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prise them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering though, you should check the Machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It will still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to use our judgment to decide which ones we should do. Understood, let's get to work. Alright. So according to the ceruleum gauge, this unit's fuel tank is empty. Okay. It's empty, so let's ignore it. Well, let's just see what the others say before we do anything. The ceruleum gauge on this unit appears to have been broken, giving you no way to determine how much is left. Okay. Again, let's ignore it. We'll see what all the other options are before we decide which ones we'll blow up. The gauge on this unit appears to have been broken. Okay. So, empty, broken, broken. Then this one over here. Oh, there's two over here. So the fuel gauge on this unit appears to have been broken. Okay, broken, broken, broken. According to the running gauge, this unit's tank is empty. Okay. So, I think we found 5 so far, and 2 of them are empty and 3 of them are broken. We've only got 2 explosives, so let's see if there's any more before we make our decision which ones to get. Okay, so that's beyond the search area. Alright. So it doesn't look like there's any more than the ones we found. I do wonder, like, this automated Colossus, for example. Like, would there be anything in there? Oh, no, that's empty. One is broken. Okay, so let's use this and see if anything happens. You retrieve the War Mechanist Ceruleum tank to find it's still half full, or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, duelists will surely be pleased by your discovery. Okay. So, we got one. I'm surprised we don't have to search the others. Okay, so where's Duelist? More explosives? What? Is that what I think it is? Let's hand over the War Machina Ceruleum tank. Not only did this tank survive the attack that disabled the War Machina in which it was installed, it also escaped the blast of your explosives unscathed. If medals for outstanding service were awarded to inanimate objects, this champion among Ceruleum tanks would surely deserve one. You've done it again. Truly luck is on your side. Well, this we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alice and Alphanode are faring. Fair enough. Okay, let's wait here.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Mithrie says, everything will be alright. Have faith.
Get them out of here.
Okay, let's talk to Euless again. Alphinaud and Alizé will be fine, providing they do not resist. Okay, so no good deed is done. Next quest is called Alia Lacta Est. So once again, Euless has been enlisted with an unviable task. An enviable task? You'll accompany back to your camp, where I will meet your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. Let us fall to legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will provide Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the eel for further details. In those words, once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Okay. Alright, so we need to talk to Octavia and Marcellinus. You again. Ask the eel, he said. So, that be the way of it after all this. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. I wonder if that's code word for something else. If those are my orders, then so be it, for the glory of Garlemald. Okay, let's talk to Octavia. What do you want with me? Ask the eel. So Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand, that he would recognize the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we must be uncompromising. I am ready in the name of Emperor Varys for the glory of Garlemald. I will fulfill my duty. Okay, so we need to catch up with Julius, who is outside the camp. So, let us go. Okay, I've stopped recording for now. Hey Mum, how you doing? Good morning. Updating the quest list. No good deed. Alia. Aikta. Best. What that means. Let me look it up. I wonder if it means like the time is now or something like that. The die is cast. That's what it means in Latin. Okay. It must be code word for something. Like, maybe it says code word for leading a mutiny or something like that. Guess we'll find out. Alrighty. Okay. Let me carry on recording. So far... Oh yeah. Part 2. This episode is... 40 minutes already. Wow. Time passes quickly when you're doing this story. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Julius, so let's talk to him. So, have you done as instructed? Their duties involve more than transportation of the supply, don't they? What do you mean by ask the eel? A duty is rather a simple thing. We have been given orders, additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter, a place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here, follow me. Okay, so let's catch up to him. Yeah, stop recording. Part 3. So how are you, Mum? Iron and saw. Uh-oh. Hang on. Check some DMs. Yeah, so I got some news today. A friend's friend killed themselves. So I was just like, yeah, great. Isn't life wonderful? Yeah, I just hope my friend will be okay. I didn't know said person, so... But my friend is obviously very upset. Let's see. Okay, so let's equip these gloves. And now it's just accessories I need, I guess. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright. Let's carry on the recording. Alright, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Julius, so let's examine this destination. Julius lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Wait, here? Sure.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to.
Shoot his own family.
To take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
She's like, keep me warm, brother. Please.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections, a cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms. And there will...
Sorry.
But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all.
Misclick.
And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alice.
Oh. Estinian.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alfino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
So yeah, you've got no ground to stand on, basically.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return! Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you.
It's like, cool. Lunch?
I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Wow. Deep. Okay, let's talk to Lucia. So much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Alright. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys. Hey Ian, good morning. How are you? Someone actually tweeted about this quest. They didn't say what it was about, but they said that it should have come with a warning. To say that there's some scenes in the cutscene that people might find distressing. Strange. Bed. Bear loads. Ugh. Yeah, you'll see why. Didn't we just see why? He shot himself, like, what else do we need to see? Hang on, let me edit that video. I forgot you were that far. I am still CP. Yeah. Ugh. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly go to the toilet. I'll be. I am back. How about finish the story today? Nice. Yeah, stream. Yep. Oh, that's a point. Mom, you know I said we were looking for other emotes to make? So the emotes we want to make are, what, stealth mission, and so on. Maybe you could make one chair stream. Or a toilet, or something. I've only been doing about an hour a day or 14 at the moment. Yeah. I mean, you see me, I'm only doing 3 hours at the very most. I'm like now what? A quarter of the way through 83? It's an idea. Because I do have 4 slots, so... Second. I got a massage. Ah, okay. Fantastic work. Okay. I'll show you later what I received. Anyway, let me edit this video. Let's go. I was saying though that it's depressing that we have to live in such a horrific world, sort of thing. But you remember in The Matrix when Agent Smith said, I mean, I know it's a flippant movie, but Agent Smith said that they designed the first Matrix to be a perfect world, and then it was a disaster and everyone rejected it. That human beings defy their existence through suffering and whatever else. Do you think that's true? Do you think we always need a high level of stress and suffering in order to get by? Are human beings a virus? I don't want to give the entire Agent Smith speech. Okay, so that was story quest number 15. It's called Sone Non Ra. Save. Yeah, also. Hang on, I just need to do that again. Sone Non Ate. Just want to check the spelling. It's a weird. Okay, I think that's okay. We have to suffer to learn to overcome it. Yeah. If everything is perfect, you will know or feel that something is off. Because you know something like this isn't real. Yeah. I would say, yeah, we do. We need something to fix. We need something to improve. Can't have happiness without sorrow, light or dark, yin and yang. Yeah. You don't appreciate the good times without the bad times. You don't appreciate good health without bad health. That's interesting. Oh, I'm getting some more DMs. But yeah, so guys, if you ever have anything on your mind, you're always free to DM me. Just DM me. If you don't like me, if you secretly hate me, you can DM Mum. We're always available for a good rant. Because we're human beings just need to let it out, you know what I mean? Perfection is boring. Yeah. You don't need the, the sort of perfect society of people who act like goody two-shoes sort of thing. Don't need it. Don't like it. Or people that pretend to be just when they are nothing but corrupt. I hate people that pretend. Let's see if this video encoded properly. Ooh. Ghost, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. How are you today? It looks like the video encoded properly. Do a screen grab. Okay, that's perfect. That'll do. I got the screen grab. It closed that. Let me just check one thing. 1, 2, 3. Three, 4. Okay, done. Now I can close that. Done. Delete those videos. Done. Alright. You know me, I'm always working. Doing good, I just finished the main story quest. Cool. I'm nowhere near, as you can see. I just hit level 83 yesterday. So no spoilers, please. Like I said, I'm savoring this as much as I can. DMing my friend. Of course not. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a very solemn day, isn't it? So, but I'll try to do another quest in a sec. I like to take breaks in between the episodes, because that was a long episode. That was nearly an hour. Are you liking it though? I think it's setting up a lot better than Shadowbringers, so far. I hated the bit at the beginning in Charlian where we were reading books. I thought that bit was incredibly tedious, incredibly boring. But otherwise, it's good and it's getting better. So, need to go out, breakfast, grocery shopping. I want to get back before Q-Apocalypse. Yeah, makes sense. Like, typically, when do you guys start having problems logging in to this server? Me. 12 noon PST? Okay. I mean, you like reading books in real life, so in-game must be good for you. Yeah, yeah, totally. God, what was the last book I read? Of Mice and Men, when I was 16 years old. It's the last book I read. And I didn't choose to read it. It was the required reading at school. And the teacher knew full well that none of us were going to read it. So we actually had an audiobook version read out in class by Lawrence Fishburne. And then we watched the movie. And I didn't remember any of the book. I based all of my exam questions on the movie, and I got an A. So... Be safe. I read books all the time. Yep. I log in about noon PST, and my queues are 350 to 1k. I mean, thankfully, I log in at like what is 6 AM for the server, so my queues are like 30 to 40. I guess we still need to explore the city some more. It's like, we've been waiting 8 years to come to Garlemald, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's just this little zone. It's like, okay. And it's not even level 90. It's like, it's one of the first areas you go to in the expansion. My brother and fiance have the same. Yeah, that's good. I mean, one of my friends is based in EU, and he said on the EU server there's like a 6,000-7,000 queue. Yeah, it feels small. Yeah, yeah. It seems like, have we really been waiting 8 years for this? It's one of the smaller zones. Hey Jamal, how you doing today? My bot is still mean. My server was 5,500 queue apparently. Uh-oh. How are you today? Okay, it's just the front of the capital. I hope so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not a big deal. And I'm assuming we're gonna go back to, like, what zones have we gone to so far? That labyrinth, fine. We still have to go to the second half of it at some point. I literally can't remember the other zones I've been to. Oh yeah, Thavnair. He's go to the other side of that and go to Razahan and so on. And then at some point, we'll be whisked off to the moon. Let me get up and stretch. Give me a second. So the issue is, like, when you're full-time at home, regardless of whatever your job is, like, it can make you really unhealthy and very lazy. 6,000 queue at the moment. I'll be on by dinner time. Oh, jeez. I see a mum. Hello. What up, though? So, let's see. 83 white mage. Nice. Queues are down to 1,000 right now. Oh, sorry, our queues go down 1,000 people an hour. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said in my case, if there was some incredible queue and I couldn't even get on the server, within... I'll probably give it maximum 10 minutes. Then I'll just play something else. So, for example, if later into the stream I get DC'd for whatever reason, accidentally, whatever, and I can't get back in, I'll play something else. Hashtag Q Walker. Thankfully, I already finished MSQ. Yeah. If I had not transferred servers, my queues would have been 4K plus. Yeah. But, like, my only issue is, like, someone made a video, someone that I watch all the time on YouTube, saying that 14 is the pinnacle of MMOs. And someone replied to that comment saying that, yeah, it's very easy to be the pinnacle of MMOs when you're the only one. So obviously what he meant by that is that right now, there is no other MMO that's successful other than 14 of this sort of scale. Because World of Warcraft has been on the decline for years and years and years and years and years. It's still bigger than 14, but it's been on the decline for a long time. And then all the rubbish Activision Blizzard as well at the moment is a big distraction. So... And that's it. So WoW 14. What else is there? I do not consider games like Black Desert and so on to be MMOs. Like, I see them as just like single player games with online features. Because when you play a game like BDO, you don't really do any sort of cooperative anything until right at the end of the game. Which you can do with any single player game. New World? Yeah, but I mean, that's brand new. I think 6 months from now, people won't even talk about New World anymore. In my opinion. Not unless they come up with a very, very huge expansion strategy. I don't know if they will. What else is there? But that's the point I mean, is that that's what he was saying. Is that there isn't that many to choose from. And I am waiting for Blue Protocol, you know, the Bandai Namco anime one. But again, that will be brand new. EverQuest is still going, but it's really old. Yeah. People are waiting for Ashes of Creation. Yeah, I mean, I looked at Ashes of Creation. I'm not going to play it. It doesn't look appealing to me at all. I'll just see the sort of antics that Asmongold gets up to, and then that'll be the end of it. Because there isn't time. Like I said, I do this for a living, and there isn't time to play this many games. There's too many amazing single-player games, so MMOs, forget it. It's 14 or bust in terms of MMOs. I really don't have time for any others. And also, me being trying to be responsible with money, like, I'm not going to pay for all these MMOs on a monthly basis. Hell no. The only MMO I pay for right now is 14. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Have fun. Alright, Ember. Take care. Doodly doodly. I'm trying to think what else. In terms of MMOs, like, I can't think of any. We've already listed nearly all the... I mean, I know there's a lot of MMOs, but it's a case of what are the really big successful ones? Other than WoW and 14. I mean, I know that there are still some people who religiously play Final Fantasy XI. Like, they will play probably nothing else until the day they die. That I can't do. Like, I can't play... Because for me, Final Fantasy XI is literally like 20 years ago. I played it when I was at university. Which was... I graduated in 2007, I think. Was it 2007? Yeah, I think 2007. So, I graduated, what, 14 years ago? By the way, chat, on the 22nd of December, it's my birthday. I'm going to be 37 years old. On 11 days from now. Just so you guys know, for me, it'll probably just be the same routine. Like, I'll probably still make the gaming news and so on. So old. Yeah, I know. Ironically, I probably do need a walking stick soon. But for completely different reasons than age. So, yeah. As I said, my right leg is disintegrating. Slowly but surely. I think it is fixable, though. I think it is fixable. But right now, it's just... It's not a good place. Like, the whole right side... I was talking to Mum about it, I think, yesterday. Like, the whole right side of my body. Like, because my right eye is weak. My right arm is overused. Wink. My right hip feels broken and it's not aligned. My right leg is so weak that I stumble when I walk, and so on. The left side of my body, my left arm and left hand are strong. My left eye is strong. My left leg is very strong. It's basically compensating for my whole body. So, yeah. I literally feel like my body is cut in half. Like, I feel like the left side is all strong and amazing, and the right side is dying. So... It's a very weird sensation when you have two halves of your body that feel different. But, you know. What the issue I have is not urgent. Not by any means. So... And it is fixable. I just need to exercise more. If that's how I felt before my surgery. Yeah. So yeah, I feel really sad for my friend. So literally, when you receive messages like "I'm dead," it doesn't bode well. Yeah, no, because my friend's friend killed themselves. That happened the last day or so. So my friend is completely distraught. But you know, they say transference is only one level thick. So obviously I never met her friend. I don't know anything about her friend. But I feel really sorry for her. So yeah. I need to take care of her. Yeah, you know, it sucks when I hear these things. But it's not the first time. That's what I'm saying. That's the unfortunate side. Is I've heard these stories a lot. So let's see. At least I recorded an episode today. I don't know if I'm going to go any further because I need to take care of my friend. And I did record an episode. I've already pre-uploaded episodes until the 17th. So if I record no more episodes, there's going to be one a day until next Friday already. And then the one I recorded today will come out next Saturday. So I'm nearly a week ahead in terms of episodes. So, I mean, yeah, we can hang out. Let's hang out for a few minutes more. Let's get to the 2-hour mark and then I'll go for the day. That's okay. It's like I said, I'm not in the best mindset sort of thing. My priorities are completely in a different place than 14. So, yeah. And the thing is as well, like, I know we literally just witnessed a guy in the game shoot himself, but it's kind of like, yeah, when it happens in real life, it matters a million percent more than it happening in a video game. So, let's see. Okay, so I've written that. Let's close that. Close that. Close that. Okay, gonna go. Hope your friend feels better. Take care. Alright. Okay, I'll go then as well. So, alright chat. Like I said, cutting it short just because I need to take care of my friend. So, hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. So, yeah. So, bye guys. Bye. Love you all. Bye.